Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is this going to show? It's going to show gold fuller cap. Okay. Uh, Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's installment of What the Hell is Going On in Perfect Team. Um, some people were asking some questions in my Discord for. Oh, I should probably post that in there. Oh, I lost. What am I doing? We're gonna forward this to general. No, where would be a good place to put this? Oh no, general is there. Um, I'll probably export this one to YouTube and talk about, try to quickly go through everything that's going on. Uh, Trying to retire data right now, and it's not working. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Uh, Um, so I'm gonna wait on talking about the zips changes until I can get this data retirement thing going. What I can do, I can show spreadsheets. That's what people are here. Showing some spreadsheets. Well, first let's get some more data. I have, I was away. Oh no, really? Man, I have not been kicked out of enough tournaments. Um, I'm a little, I think, okay, I just got kicked out of this one. I think there's been some stamina changes as well. We'll see. So I got Owen 3'd, which doesn't really make sense, but let's take a look at Brent Main, the bane of my existence. I think there was a variant. Well, let's, I don't know, bid into this, see what happens. I lost. I think I'm gonna try to move away from Franco. Like, I don't know. I look at this and it's like everyone did well except for Loney, which, you know, he's not gonna high roll. Stanton. I think the AVK. I think the AVK is hard. Like 81, 80, 95. Okay, this doesn't explain. Davidson. I guess AVK. In prior versions, I thought AVK was more of like um, a variance buster, meaning uh, the higher the AVK, the more predictable the result is. So I've been running Wilson Ramos because when I like pulled data the first few times, it was telling me that he's the greatest. So if we pull up the spreadsheet and take a look at some of the shenanigans, Let me go look at who is the top catchers. I mean, probably have to, because I only have like, oh, 21 people. Wow, that was fast. Because I only have a few tournaments. Brent Main, good. Wilson Contreras, still good. Wilson Ramos, he is up there in terms of PT WAR, but his bat is bad. So if we were going to go look at, we're going to go look at some catchers. And we look at all catchers. Yeah, it still thinks that Wilson Ramos should be putting up positive. Well, maybe not positive. But like Lou Berberet. Let's look at Lou Berberet. Lou Berberet. It's all about the catcher framing, baby. Catcher framing is what happened in this server patch. I was looking at stuff previously, and in my super large 12 tournament quick sample, ERA is only up a 0.07s of a run. K rate is still huge. Walk rate hasn't changed. Home run rate is slightly up. BABIP is still the same, or it's like up 0.28. I have to double check. It's up a little bit, but like, might need to talk with like the devs, because the results are not what you would think is, or not what we would think, I guess. Okay. Which is odd. So like, if you look at, who's done well in the 12 quicks, which is huge amounts of data, like pitchers still generally, I guess if you're a V5, like V level 5 pitcher, you're doing okay. Unless you're Dave Stieb, who for some reason is getting shellacked. This is where I think maybe I'm not tracking stamina well. Let's go to one of the tournaments, because I'm running Dave Stieb, and Dave Stieb is getting poo-pooed. I'm wondering, like, are things different? So my Stieb lost. He threw 94 pitches. Oh, I guess we'll see who this is. All right, so Page lost. Page threw 100 pitches. Page is at 92, and Page is at 0. Well, that's just the game not liking me. You faced 23 batters. What is going on? Why is Dimitri Young playing right field? I do not see Dimitri Young in my list. Oh, I should probably fix that. Man. Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to lose this next one and I'm going to be out. But like Dave Stieb, he's at 8. So yeah, so it feels like there is like a stealth stamina nerf, maybe? Like I can do my um is gold floor? Oh, gold floor's not gonna fire for another. Okay. Well, I can do it. I can do it here with the. Well, this is 12 minutes, and I'm not. Don't plan on streaming for 25 hours. So, but based on the previous work that I was doing, I'm switching back to starter. Um, I was doing 35 because that seemed to be stamina plus 35 because that seemed to be um, okay. But uh, maybe that's not okay. Maybe there's now a hard cap. Maybe it's Maybelline. I've always ran stam plus 20 25. Yeah, I was just pushing it. Like I guess I could go in. Okay, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna change this to 25. So this is like whatever 10. So this is 108. Page 25 is 82. Yeah, and then 107, then 94, then 87. So let's see what this does. Probably be fine. Actually, let's look at. I was second today in a tournament. So, I played the last game. I lost the last game of the tournament. And see what happened here. So Bob Miller at 97 is right. So 97 is good. But yeah, Page at 95 is bad. Why is Page blowing through his pitch counts? Why is Page blowing through his pitch counts? It feels like there's a lot to shake out here. Yeah, we can go take a look. Did they fix that? Now pitching. Jose Lima, Satchel Paige. No, he just struck out the side. The game was like, oh, okay. Does his low con play a role? It's not like he walked a ton. He had 0 walks. Yeah. In his 3 games, he didn't walk anyone. But maybe. Uh-oh. My cat. I'll be right back. Yeah, so I don't know. It's not like it's not like it's not like how you get them bars. Oh, those are Mandela's bars. Look for Lupin Glass Loopers. He posted it on the workshop. They're so much better. They're so much better. As much as I love the out of the park, I think if you go to the start screen, add-on central, Yeah, it's one of these Loopers 44 skins. If you look up like Loopers on the in Discord, I think Mondella would have posted something about it. And then I think you do that. And then in settings, I forget. Yeah, and then skin, you set it to Loopers. It's pretty fantastic. All right, let's see if maybe they buffed incomplete rosters. Also on the oh, there he is. Can I do it? How do I do it? Shout out. And then username Mondala79. There we go. There we go. Oh, what do we want to do? We wanted to cut these guys down by 10. I'm being too aggressive. And maybe it's just they're gassing out. Join us in. Oh, that's what a shout out does. That's pretty cool. I as someone who is told that they're smart, sometimes I feel a little silly about Twitch and stuff. All right, let's wait 47 seconds for me to lose, and then we can go back to data. So yeah, Wilson Ramos, I feel like he should be good. But I also feel like if you just, go and sort all types, all tiers, fielding ratings. Oh, why is that needs to be fixed? Why do I have to do that? Sort by catcher framing. Maybe Austin Hedges. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for an Austin Hedges. No, I think that bat is awful. Blanco with the AVK is probably okay. No. Berberet, this is the guy. That walk with the 92 framing makes Berberet not bad. Not good, but not bad. Duffy Dyer. I'd much rather play Duffy Dyer with the gap. But we'll see. Paget, this was the guy. So everyone go out and bid 50,000 perfect points for the Don Paget V, because I think this guy is framing God. He's gonna have some few bass balls and he's gonna not throw at anyone, but he's not gonna strike out, and the one or two hits he gets are gonna be for doubles. Holy macaroni. Yeah, so I guess no need to stretch people out. Wait. See, this is the part where, okay, he threw 109. I had him at 107, and he's at 5. Is the cliff like a pitch? Is it like every pitch over the limit he goes from 5% to 4% to 3%? No idea. One time when the tournament's about to fire, I need to go and do exports every sim and reconstruct that curve, because I wonder if that curve is I wonder if that curve of stamina to pitches is slightly different. What is going on here? Oh, okay. what other things are different? So if we go back to the spreadsheet, I was showing this already a little bit in. I'm trying to get this all up on Zips. I was in the office today, so I didn't. I actually had to do real work instead of my OOTP work. So this is now through 12 tournaments. I had some interesting comments with people about what this means and why second base is more than shortstop. But at least now, like, third base isn't, a vacuum. And I guess I could probably what is this I'm doing? Oh, I'm just determining out of all the balls in play. So roughly out of a season. So this is like plays per season. There's 4,000 plays in a season. Does that make sense if we do the math? Probably not. If everyone played 1,400 innings, because this is basically 1,400 innings times. Maybe the math works out. Yeah, okay. What is the math behind the pitch count? Oh, let me see. If I do this and I do tournaments and I do this, proper thing. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's hide this for a second, and then what I'm gonna do. Where did I have this? Miscellaneous? Oh, I think I know where it is. 1 second. I'll pull this up. I have to remember how I generated it. Oh, is this it? Okay, so this is what I had from before. And so if I went into... no, that was a good question. It's always a good question. If I go into documents, out of the park, 27. So this was online data. So this was the first 7 games of... whoops. The first 7... The first 6 sims for this. And it basically showed this graph for, what a pitcher's stamina was and how many pitches they could have thrown yesterday. And somewhere I put in here like what the rule becomes, but effectively, yeah, okay, so this is basically 0, and if they're at 42, they could throw plus 30. And so it kind of maxes out at plus 39, but there's a max that in the run environments that if I do that, yeah, there's a max in the run environments where you can't pitch more. So like in modern, you can't throw 150 pitches. Like the engine just won't let you. And to me, it looks like that's it's around 115 or something like that, or 99. So like it looks like most pitchers can throw up to 100, and if you go up to like 97, unless you're a knuckleballer like Larry Corcoran, I think Corcoran is a knuckleballer. He can pitch 15 more. So it does look like 115 is kind of the hard cap. And you can kind of see that here as well. Like 112 looks to be kind of the hard cap. And so a simple way to kind of what what most people do is they just say take your stamina and you add 25. But I think for lower stamina pitchers, that's inefficient in that the pitcher can throw more pitches than what's allowed. Now, there might be a counter argument that the lower stamina pitchers, as they pitch more, are more tired and therefore less effective. I haven't looked into that. I know the way this is a change for this year, which seems to be different than last year, is that if you start a game below 100% stamina, and now like maybe this is part of the reason, like I've been getting trampled in quicks today because I've been aggressive, and perhaps previously there was a separate bug where there seemed to be a direct correlation in that if I started pitching at 90%, then that, and I could only throw 100 pitches. If I was at 100%, then because I'm starting at 90%, I can only throw 90 pitches before reaching that 4% threshold, which is the observed kind of minimum fatigue in a 5-man rotation in modern to get back to 100%. So that being said, in the past, if you didn't start at 100%, my understanding was that you basically became a borderline pitcher at that point, meaning that maybe not directly borderline, but part of the understanding of what borderline pitchers, the penalty towards them is that sometimes they don't have it. I don't know what don't have it means, but the idea is that they basically throw a clunker. And there'd just be some random percentage where, if you didn't start at 100%, or you could either, go 7 innings and shut out ball, or you could go like 2 innings and give up 7 runs. And it's not, that doesn't seem to be the case, but maybe with this server side patch, that's now the case. So that's a long-winded explanation for maybe not a lot of understanding. Luzardoing. Oh, look, so immediately lower pitch counts and start winning. Okay, I'm gonna go in and update everything. Roster builder. Let's go. So yeah, so that's the big diatribe about what's going on. Okay. Let's go pitching. You're 108, you're 82, 107. And, there's lots of different ways to kind of manage your bullpen. Hold on, my cat cries for attention. Some people view kind of your... Actually, I have a thought. We can see this. If I close that and bring this back up. So if we go look at the environment. No. Woba. Where's my Woba? Where's my Woba guts? Okay. So, what about guys with a ton of stamina, just around 110? There's a cap for the era. So if you go back in time, that 110 guy can throw a lot more. But in a modern environment, it seems to be capped to around 115, 116. I'll be right back. So there is an argument that um, you don't want your okay. So if you look at these two things here, if you look at these two things here, this is for people who have never started a game in my data set, and this is for people who've only started games in the data set. So you can see that there's half a run difference in uh, or a zero point 0.6 run difference between your starters and your relievers. So this, if you think about how to construct your bullpen, um, you want your relievers in, but you don't want them tired. Is the gist of it, and because of that, it's a very precarious, I would say, um, situation. In that, what you want to try to set up is you want your pitchers to go as long as possible with before being bad, and then you want to use your relievers as much as possible before they tire out, and you don't want relievers pitching on back-to-back days because that's also bad. Um, so it becomes like from like a pitching efficiency point of view, like what's the best way to achieve that? So some people in the past have done all like I've done all MRs. Some people have done like all specialists. And I hear that specialists work a lot better. I haven't used him because I feel like a lot of the specialists are I don't know how to determine what's worth being a specialist. Like with Wandy Peralta, I guess it's okay for him to be a specialist. I did a lot of all specialists last. Yeah, so there's a lot of like experimentation into what how to compose your bullpen. Um, but like looking at these guys, like his split, they just don't look that splitty. And like sure, like Simber is like super splitty, but I want him in against lefties because he's gonna strike out more lefties and he's gonna like still suppress home runs against lefties. So, um, do I not want him to like face lefties? Probably not. Um, so it's just like Miller could be a lefty specialist, but like his VR profile isn't bad. Um, but with the 3 person minimum, it doesn't seem that way. It doesn't seem what way, Max? That it would work. That it works. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. Like you can see, I wish there was. Well, I have batters faced here, but I wish there was an easy way to do like batters faced per game appearance. Um, because it looks like even Bob Miller, he's facing four batters at an appearance, and it's like I don't know. Like this feels like I have a ton of relievers and I can do whatever, and so it's effectively like putting myself in the best position to succeed. And if it suits, like that's baseball Susan, that's baseball Susan. As people, ever since I started playing this game, people have shown me like reverse sweep specialist with Mamu and Hamilton. It did its job. Who's Mamo? Mammo? 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 Al Mammo? So you did him. Oh yeah. So I think. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that's fine. I do think that the managerial AI decisions seem to be a lot more effective. Meaning, like the way you set up your bullpen and the way you set up your sliders, that they're way more reactive to the way you expect them to. Where in previous cycles, yeah, we think that like because these are cards, and this is a simulation that it should just work exactly how we want it to, but it takes a lot of time. Like I haven't done any studies into it, but like it takes a lot of time for these rates to stabilize, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of a lot of that's baseball season. All right, let's wait for the sim to happen. We will see if I can Bauer to the majors this season or next. Thank you, assist to Extra Force. Like, which Bauer? Jake Bowers? I'm kind of confused. Okay, let's see. Trevor Bauer to the Jays? Unlikely. Oh snap! It's Apprentice Brown. I haven't seen Mr. Prentice Brown in a long time. Miss you too. I hope everything's going well with you. Oh, did this just run? Ooh. Okay. Alright. I'm trying to do something in game. There's lots of asses in MLB Junior. How much stock do you put into individual player settings? So I'm looking into this, and I'm a little birdie has told me a little birdie has told me that my original understanding of sliders is not all that it's cracked up to be. And I've gone on and 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 on that it's +5 to -5. And oh, look at this. If you set your pitch counts, you will win. Fantastic. That's wild. Okay, well that's good to know. It doesn't go. Apparently, I have nothing to back this up except pure conjecture. Apparently, it goes from -6 to +6. So you like, if you count from here, this is like this would -5 or 0, and you go 0, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Apparently, if if I have +1 here and +5 there, It's actually +6. Apparently. Pure conjecture. But it's capped at 6. So if stealing bases is here and I go in and I set Jackie up and I set this to +5 as well. It's not like +5 and +5 is +10. Apparently, it's just +6. Apparently. Uh, apparently. Apparently. Um, but yeah, so the way the way I've asked the devs, I've talked to people and I swear up and down, adjust is um, takes these global sliders and adds onto them for their individual encounter. But yeah, um, yeah. Okay. Um, let's do. Okay, so I wanted to show some stuff on Zips and then show some stuff on PT Live, and that's probably going to be all that we get to today. So let's show this whole upload process. So if you go to Bronze Quicks, I'm gonna just upload all the data I have so far. Data. How many tournaments is this? 12. So we upload, drop them in, upload batch. Tournament ID prefix mismatch. Uh-oh. God damn it. Oh. Is this gonna work then? Of course, live demos always work best. Okay, so now we have data. We have 12 Bronze Quicks. And it's still pulling in the old data. Okay. Trying to fix this. Well, I'll still have to figure that out. The other thing that people were asking about PT Live Tracker. Oh my god. Does he have 2 home runs? Jimenez hit another home run.
Did he?
Yeah.
We're still losing, though.
We're still losing.
It doesn't matter.
George Kirby. What else did... Oh, so if you haven't already tried, I had it a leaderboard. Thanks to 23 people who have given it a go. We have like weekly leaderboards, monthly, and all time. Josh Parkin, Canadian superstar with 44 submissions. I am a little surprised that it's been 44 days, but I guess Josh is crushing it. Yeah, I've been enjoying the live tracker. You're welcome. It was something that I was doing last year that I was like, I have the power of AI now. I can make this so much better. And it looks like I did. Some of the things that I've been working on that have been more or less kind of working is doing these daily projections. I obviously would not, if I was at my desk before the lineup lock, I would have played this, but I basically added kind of like blue sky links, but I need to figure out how to do this in a way that makes sense, because sometimes these things are not as obvious, and so like some of the things that where I'm for the projections, I'm trying to figure out, are the projections bad, or is there something new that I'm not like sure of, and so I figured Blue Sky Links would help with that. Mookie Betts, how's Mookie doing? Oh, the game hasn't even started. 10-10. Okay, so we'll see in the leaderboard how after the game is. I did a bunch of like hover stuff. I just found it kind of to be easier. Instead of kind of populating it. Let's see how the Jays are doing. Who's up? Oh wait, what? Is the inning over? Oh, Dalton Varsho strikes out on a foul tip. Of course he does.
Of course he does. Does he know how to do anything else?
Joey Cantillo. Someone was saying Cantillo is good. And so like one thing that I added, and I don't know if people know about it, is but you can kind of click in and you can kind of see how his scoring has been. And like you can mouse over each of these and look at it, how his game stats are, and how his performance has been, and you can kind of see his breakdown. You could also see the rating snapshots. So he actually got demoted. He was gold, I guess. You can kind of see where the deltas are. And then just like the performance and projections. So I basically, when I was building the live spec tool, I was basically tracking. I had a formula created to look at the OTP ratings and their ZiPS projections and try to figure out what's the like how well they are. And I now that I think about it, I have to update this to better focus on players, because, or not players, but the period, because the sample now is going to be from the beginning of the year, but maybe that's fine. So, you know, if you're looking for people who are going up a tier, I haven't actually, maybe I'll spend some time this weekend to kind of do a retrospective of, you know, did the list that I previously had for who was going up and who was going down, was it actually useful? So we can look at Soriano and his rating. He went up 4. He was pretty obvious, but he was also selling for like 5,000 perfect points. So if you're gonna sell him. Oh yeah, this was yesterday. 66 points. Bounced back against the Jays. The other cool thing is that if you ever want to figure out how to like which live cards to hold on to and which ones you could probably get rid of, like Crochet is probably gonna go down, Acuna is probably gonna go down, Otani unlikely to go down, Reagan's probably gonna go down, Rooker probably gonna go down, Williams probably gonna go down, Freeman probably gonna go down, Devers probably gonna go down. If you have any Devers, sell them. Sell. It's a fire sell. Why did it take me here? So he already dropped from a 96 to a 90. He probably next update drops to a gold. So yeah. And you can, in Quixel, if you go and you have a card list of, so if I go in here, And let's say if I go and look at all my dupes, Wilson Ramos. Oh, right. Who's that guy? If I go in and let's just say default only dupes, it's like my OnlyFans, but only dupes. And go to MLB Live cards, all tiers. We write report to disk. We open the folder. And then we go back to the website, and then we go to upload, and we go here. Let's see if this works. Again, I'm like 0 for 2 for live demos. But so from this list, you know, the Murakami dupe I have should be up. George Springers, I could probably start selling them. Jackson Merrills, I could probably start selling them. Shanwell, Cowser, Quan, like these are all silver cards that I should probably be selling. And then like someone like Candelario, Austin Wins, these are like iron cards that are unlikely to go up. So if you're running into the 1200 card limit, you can like go through and quick sell these live cards. So I have, apparently if I wanted to be meticulous, I could go through and I can like list all these cards if I wanted to. So that's that. Yeah, so going back to the spreadsheet, pitchers are good. Where is it? I thought I had something somewhere. I duplicated this sheet so many times I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. Is this using... Oh, okay, so someone was asking about ARM. So to me, it looks like right field arm is broken, which probably explains why I see stuff. But it looks like everyone... What is the average right field arm? The average right field arm is 10. That seems a little egregious. So let's take a quick look at that. So we're gonna go league and stats and sortable stats, and let's look at right fielders, and let's look at... Oh, I don't have a view for this. That's defense export? No, that's not. That's too dense. I don't really... League export zips? No. Let's just do fielding stats. Let's sort by arm. I think there might be a bug. Chuck Klein with 1.6 arm. Well, I guess that makes sense. Kevin McGonigal with 2.7 arm. That makes less sense. Oh, but this reverted back. Stanton? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not crazy. Maybe there is no bug. But it does seem like right field arm matters more. Let's go take a look at the one tournament I'm in to see if there's any obvious outliers. Fielding stats 75. Is Stanton? Oh, I guess Stanton. Everyone's playing Stanton, so that's why the arm is so... Let's go down to 25. Yeah, so this is my Stanton, right? No, that's Mo's Stanton. Maybe it's just the defense is juiced. Maybe that's it. Okay. what else do we want to look at? We want to look at uh, this catcher framing. It matters. So, prior to the server patch, framing didn't matter. Now it seems to matter quite a bit. And like I don't even think Weeders is up to 125. Like, I don't claim to have every card, but I don't know who the max fielding rating is. 114, Patrick Bailey. So if we take Patrick Bailey at 114, like, he's about 2 WAR better than average, which looks to be about 70. Is the 2 WAR gonna make up for the not so great bat? Probably not, but and he's not even like eligible. So even if I go back and I put on eligible cards, like Austin Hedges at 107 is getting you like 2.2 WAR from like 50, because before, like prior to the patch, I was running Contreras, and Contreras had like Contreras would have had, I don't know, let's say what is, let's say like 60. Let's be generous and say he had 60. So if we look at 60, like that's half a win per season that he's losing. Because these are now like kind of absolute, but the WAR values, are relative. So the way I'm deriving the catcher framing WAR is looking at the average WAR for framing. So right now in my data set, the mean framing rating is 70, and at 70 you're at -4. So if you're at -4 framing, that's this isn't really WAR, it's wins above average. So as the format improves and everyone starts playing, better framing catchers, then this is going to shift up and down. So, having 125 catcher framing rating isn't going to be as useful, because the framing runs aren't going to be as useful. So as people start to lean into framing, the value is not going to be there. But I think, the 81 people watching this, try to play catchers with better framing. That, if you take anything away from tonight, it's that, and you don't need to play black holes at third base that had to make all the plays, because balls don't go to them anymore. Balls go to second baseman now. I think it's because, and I've discussed this with West Ham. My thought is, in bronze, there's 75% right-handed pitchers, starting pitchers, which means that to me, these 75% right-handed pitchers are going to be facing off against 53%, and I think West Oxford Oysters, Weeham. I'll just call him Weeham. Weeham did some math, and it's getting late and I'm tired now. Weeham did some math, and it's like it's like a 10% difference. So how does that justify 10% difference between right-handed bats and left-handed bats? So how does that justify this distribution? And I think if we go and we looked at observed, and we look at like whatever the top 10 in observed in plate appearances, the top 10, like Dimitri Young is a pull switch hitter, Felipe Lopez is a pull switch hitter, Tony Fernandez is a spray switch hitter, Kim is a pull switch hitter, Jackie Bradley is a pull switch hitter, Reynolds is a spray switch hitter. So it's like 5 out of your top 10 are pull left-handed bats. I don't know. People call me a wizard, but I have to consult the orb more to really understand. What is it? I have to peer into the orb? No. Ponder. I have to ponder the orb to really understand. And like, as I get more data and look at this from a bunch of different formats, maybe the defensive distribution is going to be different because, you know, it's not dominated by left-handed batters. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe there'll be another ninja patch tomorrow after they see stuff. Who knows? So yeah. If there's nothing else people would like to know or talk about or rock out with their socks out, then I think we are going to mosey on down to Electric Avenue. If my Twitch would reload. That's so weird. Okay. We are going... I want to know how you landed on Play Jimenez for PT Live. Oh, I didn't say to play Jimenez. I said he is the best. He's on the leaderboard. Unless my stuff did actually say to do that, but I didn't think it did. I'm just saying he's the top batter so far. If I go to daily projections, I don't think it tells me to play. Yeah, no. At second base, it told me to play Casey Schmidt, who, you know, in whatever 2.5 hours will know if Casey Schmidt was the play or if it was Andres Jimenez. I want to know how you landed on playing. Yeah, so I didn't recommend playing Jimenez. I'm just saying that if you go on the PT Live dashboard, you could see commercials are going. I need to figure out how to get... You got, like, is there a commercial going right now? Let me know when the commercial is done, and I'll continue talking. Ads manager and the creator. So I have to have the creator dashboard open to see this? I see auto mod. I see activity. Is it under activity feed? Unban, predictions, batch reporting tool, add remove widgets. I'm so bad at this. Add or remove widgets. Ads manager. You have edit layout. All right, maybe I'll ask you for help tomorrow or something. It's a widget you have to add. On the moderator page? Okay, I'll send you something and then you can tell me what I'm doing wrong. No, that's wrong, Max. There we go. Okay. So we're back and we wanted to look at stuff. So I did not predict how to play Andres Jimenez. I said I was going to play, according to the Oracle, the person huffed up on Mercury here. It's to play Casey Schmidt. No idea why. It just likes it. But I guess when Casey Schmidt does play, it's like, I don't know, a 50-50 chance of getting 30 points. Hide? No. Okay, so if I go... How do I do this? If I go... No, I didn't play him. I'm not that smart. Well, I'm not even... Yeah. Why isn't this... I need an adult. It's gonna let me set my dashboard. Schmidt has been pretty much the hottest giant, honestly. Not saying much. Yeah, okay. I'm glad someone... Okay, here we go. So, Casey Schmidt has been averaging 12 points. So, yeah. The Giants have been struggling, I guess. But I responded. Sweet. Okay. I like all that info. So it's on that side of the thing? I'm so confused. Okay, I'll play around with it. Go to channel page. I have to figure something out. Okay, we are done. Thanks everyone for coming out. Hopefully I get Zips up and running and the data properly retired and everything going. Appreciate everyone for all your support for PT Live. And yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to join Lone Star Runner. That's probably not his name. I should not disrespect him by calling him not by his name. But kind of reminds me of Homestar Runner. So I think it's okay to say that. So yeah, appreciate everyone. Have a good night. Happy Monday. Good luck. May all your tournaments be fantastic. All right. Bye.